What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with another fantasy football profile. Today, we are talking about Alvin Kamara, running back for the New Orleans Saints, and why I think he could help you win your league in 2021. Going to be giving you the rundown on him, everything I think. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Questions and comments, I'll respond as always. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Okay, so Alvin Kamara. Kamara finished 2020 in half-point PPR as the RB1 overall. Dominated last season. Uh, One of the big reasons he was number one running back, obviously, he was that 5 rushing touchdown game he had. I believe it was 5. Didn't fact check that, so maybe it was more even. But he had that monster game where he put up a ton of touchdowns. And then we saw he's caught 81 passes or more every single season he's been in the league. Every year he's been in the league, he's been extremely fantasy relevant and been very good for fantasy. He had that injured year 2 seasons ago where we really didn't see the real Alvin Kamara on the field, but every time he's actually been healthy and been out there, we've seen him dominate for fantasy football. And here, I think, is one of the things that you got to point out for Alvin Kamara that I feel like people don't talk about enough. He has had double-digit touchdowns 3 of the 4 years that he's been in the league if you combine his rushing and receiving touchdowns. And if you look at his yardage, you might not be blown away, but he's consistently finding the end zone every time he's healthy. And the 1 year that he didn't have double-digit touchdowns, as I said, was that injury-plagued, I believe it was 2019 season. 2019 season. So I don't really hold that against him. If you look at the New Orleans Saints, sure, they have a new quarterback situation that's going to be turn off that. New quarterback situations that's going to be, have a great impact on Kamara and the entire offense in general, whether it's Taysom Hill, whether it's Jameis Winston. But I feel like either way, they design so many of these passes to go to Alvin Kamara that he's going to get enough volume in the passing game work, and I think you can see an increased volume in the rushing game work, just because I think the Saints are going to run the ball maybe a little bit more than they have in the past with not having Drew Brees anymore, running the ball through the air a little bit less. So I think he could get even more work on the ground this year. So that's why I have him for my stat prediction. I have him for 900 plus rushing yards and 650 plus receiving yards. I could see the reception number coming down, but even if it comes down for him, I think worst case he has 60 plus receptions for sure. I think probably 65 even. So I really, volume wise, 15 passes over an entire year isn't a huge drop. I mean, obviously you want them, but give him that extra game as well. I think he's going to be just fine for fantasy, and I think he'll have at least 12 total touchdowns. As I said, good offensive line there, and whoever the quarterback is, I feel like so much of this offense is going to be drawn up around by Alvin Kamara by Sean Payton, regardless of the quarterback position. So I'm not worried about Alvin Kamara. I would take him in the top half of my drafts and have no issue with taking him there. If you guys made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to stick around. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And I'll respond as always. This is Fantasy Joe signing off. See you guys.